Hello guys, Odin Wolf here, and welcome back to Battlefield Hardline. Yes, this game actually still does exist, albeit it's not in a very good state on PC at this point. Unfortunately, there's hardly anyone playing it, and the gameplay you're actually seeing here is quite a few weeks old, maybe a month or so old, and that's just due to the fact that I haven't actually played this game in quite some time. I try, I'll look and see, if there's any good servers up. There's nothing. I mean, unless you want to play 24/7, 64-man conquest on the block, that's all there is. And I just don't want to play that. That's just not my cup of tea, shall we say. But one thing I did want to touch on with the addition of the new Criminal Activity DLC that'll be releasing on the 16th, so heck, that's this Tuesday. Now that I look at it, I just realized that. So this Tuesday, we shall get our hands on the newest DLC map pack for Battlefield Hardline. But with that, I just wanted to do something I've never really quite done in this game since it's been released, and that is give my overall feelings and opinions towards how this game is and how I feel maybe it should have been. And this is something that's really highly debated, and people feel very passionate about their, opinions on Battlefield Hardline. And I've never really given mine. I never really cared to, because I figure no one actually cares. But anyway, I'm going to do it here. So, the more I've played this game, the more I actually kind of start to agree with the people who said this should have been an expansion pack for Battlefield 4. When it first came out, that first initial beta that we had last year at E3, I was not in that camp. I thought those people were crazy. I'm like, this game is, it's very, very similar to Battlefield 4, and it uses a lot of the same assets, but it was a blast. I loved that first initial beta. I loved everything about it. I mean, there was obviously things that needed to be fixed and tweaked. It was a beta, but they did, tweak things, and albeit I really don't agree with a lot of the things they tweaked. Cough, cough, time to kill being the biggest one, and that's just my personal gripe. I've made that point over and over in just about every Hardline video I've ever done. So, but yeah, now the more that I play it and I think back about how much fun I had in that initial beta, I think that really and truly, if they would have left things the way they were in that original beta, and then just release this as like a $30 expansion pack for Battlefield 4. Not a just a map pack DLC like we're used to getting, but an actual expansion pack, similar to what Bad Company 2 had with the Vietnam expansion pack. I feel like that would have been a much, much better deal than what we're left with now, unfortunately. It's just pretty much dead. Like I mentioned, there's only a handful of couple thousand players on average on PC now, and they just launched the CTE for Battlefield Hardline, and that ain't gonna do very well. I can just tell you that right now, because I mean, look at Battlefield 4 CTE. Hardly anyone is on there regularly, and with the extremely low player count already on Hardline, that's just not gonna go over very well. But I had tried it out just basically so I could get my hands on one of the new maps that are going to be coming out in Criminal Activity, and that was the Backwoods map, and that's set in the Pacific Northwest in kind of a lumberyard type thing where they're, logging, a logging camp. So graphically, the map looks great. It's a very pretty map, but like I mentioned, there was only like 5 people at a time playing, so you can't really get a feel of how the map's going to play. But I did get my hands on some of the new weapons, and of course the good old nail gun that's going to be in this DLC. Yes, there's an actual nail gun if you weren't aware. Not the CBJMS from Battlefield 4 that we all nicknamed the nail gun, but an actual nail gun. And it has 2 spawn points on Backwoods. I don't know if the other ones are going to be that way, but there are 2 spawn points on that map. And this thing is it just wrecks people up close. It does like 50 damage per nail, I believe. It's like a 2-shot kill and 1 in the head if you hit them up close. But that better be the only time you try to shoot somebody with it, because if they're anywhere beyond like 15 to 20 feet, you just have to start lobbing these nails. The drop is ridiculous. But, it's a nail gun. It has to be balanced some way. So, but also, we are going to be getting some new weapons in this DLC, of course, which, oddly enough, all seem to be catered around the Enforcer class. You've got 2 new battle rifles as well as a new shotgun, so I don't know if that's by design or not, but we shall see. But also I believe there's going to be 1 DMR added in, which would obviously be for the professional class if you're interested in that. So other than that, though, we do have 2 new masks for the criminal side, as well as some new police headgear to choose from. A nice little bunny rabbit mask, as well as a gorilla mask if you're into those. But I did also notice that they've updated the look of the wolf mask. Thank God, it no longer looks like a freaking coyote. It actually resembles a wolf. So hey, that may be some initiative for me to get back in and grind some hours out on Hardline, if nothing else, to unlock that mask. Because let's face it, I think that would fit pretty well with me, if you know what I mean. So anyway, apart from that, we also have the 4 new maps that'll be releasing. Backwoods, like I mentioned, Code Blue, Black Friday, and The Beat. Now, Black Friday and Code Blue are 2 that I've kind of had my eye on, just for their overall layout. And of course, on Code Blue, that dance floor, that indoor area, just really giving me the Zeba Tower throwback feels. Now, I say that a lot with the maps in Hardline until I actually play them, and they kind of let me down. So, and unfortunately, some of the early reviews I've seen on this map, it seems to be quite a bit bigger than I initially thought. Like, I thought the map would be contained inside that dance floor area, but obviously not. So we shall see. I'll hold my judgment till I actually get to play them. Now, there will be some balancing, fixes, patching, all that good stuff, the normal stuff we look forward to in any kind of DLC or update. And we'll see how much things are changed when this patch releases. Of course, like I mentioned, this will be coming out June the 16th, this Tuesday, for all the premium members on console and PC. So really looking forward to that. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. Appreciate the support as always. I will definitely have some footage up of the Criminal Activity DLC as soon as I can get my hands on it on Tuesday. I would go ahead and post some footage from the CTE, but like I said, there's only like me and 3 other people in there, and it's just me staring at trees. So I don't think you guys really want to see that. I know I don't. But anyway, like I said, I appreciate the support as always, guys. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.